Hi everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we are reviewing a very popular email marketing software called Moosend. In this video I'll be going over some features, pricing, pros and cons, and how to get started with Moosend as well, and giving you my overall review of Moosend and whether or not it's a suitable fit for your business as well. Automation workflows, and just sharing my overall personal experience with Moosend. So if you think about using Moosend for your email marketing, be sure to watch this video first. Before we get started, make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe to make sure that you're up to date on our latest videos. And yeah, let's dive right in. So what is Moosend? Moosend is an email marketing software that helps businesses of all sizes create, send, and track email campaigns. It offers a wide range of features, including a drag and drop email editor, pre-built email templates, A/B testing, automation for workflows, segmentation, and reporting and analytics as well. Moosend is a really good option for businesses that are looking for an affordable and easy to use email marketing solution. It's also a good choice for businesses that are looking to automate their email marketing campaigns. So getting started with Moosend, it's actually quite straightforward. You want to start off with just going onto moosend.com and just getting started through their website. Moosend does offer a 30-day free trials, which is really good. So it allows you to test out the email marketing platform for a good month before deciding to commit to a plan. So what you want to do is just go onto their website and click on Start Free in the bottom here or in the top bar here. And then you just want to give in your business email address to create your free account. And then you want to type in your login domain. The Moosend login domain is essentially the URL you set when registering for your account. It acts as a really quick way to return to your work by simply visiting it, so make sure that you bookmark it. And then you just want to set a simple password as well. And it's up to you whether or not you consent to communications about site core business information. And then it'll ask you a little bit more information about yourself to kind of get Moosend tailored to you. And you want to make sure you send in your company address as well. And it'll ask you a little bit about the industry that you're in and the business that you work in as well. Okay, so the next thing that you'll find is that they will send an activation link in your email, and this is the email that you use to sign up. You want to make sure you find that email and click on the activation link to officially activate your account. Once your account is all activated, you'll be taken to the dashboard, and here you can explore around a little bit as well. Moosend is quite good in the beginning they kind of take you step by step in how to create your first campaign. But you'll find all of your campaigns listed here, the regular and the repeatable ones as well. You'll see some growth tools, things like subscription forms and landing pages. You can also see your email lists and email segments as well in the audience tab. The reporting tab will give you reporting and analytics for your campaign reports and also any custom reports that you make. Then you have the automation tab as well, and this will help you with any kind of automation workflows that you can create within your account as well. And then just any kind of other settings that you might want to go into, things like your templates, billing, integrations, websites, things like that. But let's create our first campaign. So you want to go into Home, and you want to create an email list first, and you want to give the email list a name. And what you want to do is click here to start adding members, and all you need to do is just add the email address of the member that you want to add, and you also want to add the name as well. It's optional if you want to add the mobile number, you can if you want to. And then you want to make sure that you have this ticked as well, so this person giving permission to add them. So you can just click on save member, and you can see your member start adding up here. You can perform bulk actions, like bulk import members into lists. So if you already have email marketing platform, say you're using MailChimp and you're switching over, you can always import those members as well, and just in bulk import all of your members. But once you have all of your members, you want to set up your sender name. This will just help identify you to your recipients, and you want to choose something professional and easy recognizable to boost open rates, build up trust, and make sure that this doesn't get into your spam folder or anything like that. To set up a sender, you will need access to your DNS records, and all you need to do is set up an SPFM and DKM as well. And essentially you'll need access from your email domain as well. This is something your hosting can help you out with. And lastly, the next step is to create our first campaign. So we can start creating our first email campaign for the email list that we've created. So we want to click on create campaign, and it's up to you. So you can create a different kind of campaign. You can create a regular campaign, so it's just a normal email to share your news, promotions, or announcements with your subscribers. You can do A/B testing, so you can split your email list in 2 separate lists and test different versions of your email to see what works best for your subscribers. And you can also set up repeatable ones, so like digest newsletters that can get updated from a URL and automatically sent whenever you want. In today's video, we'll just set up a regular email list, an email campaign. So we're going to click create. So we want to set up the basic settings. There's campaign type. You want to select HTML or plain text. In order to use the drag and drop filter, you want to make sure that you selected the HTML. Then you want to type in the campaign name. Now this is for back-end use only. Users on the front end won't be able to see what you've set up this campaign name, so you want to make sure it's something meaningful to you, so that whenever you're scrolling through your list of campaigns, you know which ones this is. This campaign name, I'm going to call it website launch campaign. Then you want to set a subject line, and this is the first text your recipients will see next to your from name. So you want to create a short and clear subject line that will get you noticed. And then you have some preview text. Now, this is the text to the right of your subject line. It's a good opportunity to add secondary messaging that will capture your subject's attention. For both of these, you can add some emojis to help personalize it and make it a bit more fun. And you can add some personalization tags as well, maybe your company name, things like that. Then you want your from name and email address. So you want to choose the name and email address that your subscribers will see in their inbox. So you want to use something that's recognizable to them. And you can select a reply to option as well. What's really good about Moosend is that you can connect your Google Analytics account and you can track your campaign with Google Analytics. So you need to make sure that's set up first, and then you can click on track your campaign, and you can track your campaign revenue as well. So enable this option to track your campaign's views and orders as well. But once you have the basic settings left, you can just click next, and the next thing is to choose an email list, and you can choose between all of the email lists that you've created. And the next part is the fun part. This is the design. So as mentioned before, Moosend have their own drag and drop website builder. So once you get to this part, what you want to do is click on start designing. And what Moosend will do is they'll show you the template library of existing templates, and you can kind of scroll through in each of them and essentially just preview each template and see which one works best for you as well. It's separated into categories of like styles of campaigns, things like if it's an ebook, if it's a feature campaign, food campaign, things like that. You can also search for a template. If you click on website launch, for example, you can see you've got one for website launch. What's really cool about Moosend templates is that they're not set in stone. If you like the look of a template, but there's certain colors that you want to change, text, things like that, you can always customize it. So you can either create from scratch, or you can use a template and use the template exactly as is, change the content, or you can use a template as a starting off point and then make some changes to it as well. So I'm going to look for website launch, and what you can do is you can preview the template just over here, so you can see what it's like, and then you can also test it on tablet and mobile to see what it's like as well. And if you're happy with that, you just want to click on use template, or you can close preview and just keep looking for other templates. So we're just going to use this one for now. And you can see the builder and their editor, and you can see, if you're used to using editors like website editors, building blocks editors, Wix, Squarespace, it works very, very similar. You have a section of essentially items that you can add to the campaign, and then all you need to do is just click on each of the blocks and change whatever it is you need to change. So for example, if there's a site launch image here, what we can do is we can change the image, and we can change it with one of our logos. And just make it more personable. If we click on the text, for example, we can change some of the text colors as well. And just really play around with each of the colors and make sure that it's exactly how we want it. And the item setting is where you can see where different items that we can add. So for example, if we wanted to add maybe a text section underneath here, what we can do is we can click on this little spacer here and click and drag the text into where it is where we want it. So we want some more text underneath the all fresh and updated, and you just want to click and drag it, and you can see it kind of makes space for itself quite easily. And then we can type in whatever text it is that we want, and then this kind of works as its own kind of formatting editor as well. We can bold things, and we can also change the underline and the color of things as well. We can really kind of play around with it, and it's very easy to kind of click and drag things as well. We can add things like buttons, so click on the button here, and then just drag it onto where you want. So we have a lot of options in terms of changing it. We can also click on the mobile icon to see what this looks like on mobile, and change any things that we need to change it there as well. So in the layout section, we also have a section where we can play around with containers. So if we wanted to add another section, say below, we can either add a full width container, or we can add like a half width container, and it'll just set up a container section for us that we can work with. So for example, if I wanted to do a half width container, it'll show a container with 2 equal halves. I'm going to click and drag that maybe under here. And you can see now I've added 2 sections here. If I go back to items, I can add a bit of text. And I can add some image as well, and just really kind of play around with it. They do have a section with history, so you can look at your previous design histories and go back to some previous histories as well, and roll back on any changes. You can click on the code, and you can sort of see what code and code in some of the things if you're comfortable. Or we go back to edit. You can also click on preview to see how this looks on desktop, tablet, mobile, and how it would look in a user screen. And just go back to edit whenever you're back to editing it. If I go into settings, I can change like the general settings. For example, I can change the general fonts that's being used, spacer settings, things like that. It's just sort of overall settings, so I don't need to keep clicking on every single part of it as well. And I can add HTML blocks as well to kind of add some code and just really personalize it and optimize it as much as possible. They also have something called helper grid, and the helper grid just allows you to see more clearly where you can add items and add layouts as well. So I know I can add items here, here, here. I can add a layout here, and it just helps with the design as well. But it's up to you if you want the helper grid on or off. and things like that. Each section you can copy and you can duplicate as well. Each section you can delete as well. So for example, we can delete this layout if we click on this little button here. And you can see I've just removed that section as well. Maybe this one as well we can delete and copy as well. What you can do is send a test as you're cleaning it. So that means that you can really test how it's going to look on a user's email section before sending it out to the public. And you can type up to 6 email addresses for the test, and you can keep testing until you're happy with it. Or you can always just keep on previewing it and previewing your site as well. But once you're happy with all the changes that you've made, you're happy with the layout, you're happy with all the colors and all of that, all you need to do now is click on Update Campaign and Continue. And it'll save your newsletter's design process, and you'll go back to the creation page as well. So now you want to schedule the delivery, and you have 2 options. You can choose to to send the campaign now. You'll be able to preview it before you send it, or you can schedule it to be sent at a specific time. So you can set the specific day and time that you want the campaign to be sent. So for example, if I want it to be sent on the 13th, on a certain time as well, it's up to you how you want to do that. And then you can also make sure to set the time zone so it's sending at the exact right time that you want it to. And you can also have the option to resend to the campaign to people who didn't open it. So it's up to you how you do that, and it's up to you sort of how soon after you send it. So after 1 hour, after 1 day, after 1 month, things like that. And once you're done, you just want to click on Next. And this is just a final preview of what you've set up. So the design, from name, campaign name, email list, and the format and the delivery. And then you have the actual campaign that looks like this. And once you're done, you just want to click Schedule. If you were to send it now, it's just going to send it now. But you see you've got the website launch campaign, and you can see all of the analytics at the top here and all of the analytics down here. So the analytics at the top is a general average analytics of all of the campaigns that you send. And then if you want to see individually each of the campaign analytics, you can just see it here. So obviously the more campaigns you have, the more of an average you'll have up here. Overall, it's quite easy to use to set up a campaign and to set up sort of its own kind of section as well. It's really easy to set up the campaign, things like that as well. So as well as creating campaigns, you can also create automations, and Moosend have quite a lot of triggers, actions that you can use to create your automations. And you can see they also have your automation list here. So to create an automation, you want to go into the automation tab, and then you also want to click on create new automations here. The first thing that you want to do to create an automation is select your trigger. So what is it that's actually going to cause this automation to start? And it can be when someone opens any campaign, or when someone opens a specific campaign, or if when someone opens a specific link in a campaign, things like that. You could do when someone unsubscribes. In today's example, we're going to do when someone unsubscribes from a specific list. And you want to select the list that they are unsubscribing from. And then you want to click on the plus sign, and then you want to look at the actions. So what you can do is there's different kind of actions. You can send them an email campaign, and maybe you have an email campaign set up to encourage users to come back, or you can just let yourself know. So note is user has unsubscribed, and then just click on save. And then it's up to you if you're happy with that automation, but then you can add more automations to it, you can add more triggers, you can add more actions as well. But then once you're done, you just want to click save as recipe. And that's it. That's your automation setup. If you click on automations, you can see now the automation that you've set up, if it's active or not, whether it's triggered, actions, and things like that. So let's talk a little bit about Moosend's pricing. To see their pricing, you just want to go onto their website. So as mentioned before, Moosend is free for 30 days as a little trial, and this plan is also up to 1,000 subscribers and includes unlimited emails, one automation workflow, and a landing page and a form as well. And what's really good about the free trial is that it's also for 30 days, but you also don't need any credit card information as well. Then you've got the Pro plan, and for the Pro plan you can switch between annual or monthly. And this can vary depending on how many subscribers you'll have. So the cheapest it'll go for is $9 a month, but if you have quite a lot of subscribers, it can get very expensive. You can see it changes for every amount of subscribers that you have, and it changes by the amount of months. You get unlimited emails, unlimited automation workflows, landing forms, SMT servers as well. If you notice that you have a growing number of subscribers and it's obviously getting very more cost effective, then it makes more sense to kind of use the enterprise plan and get a quote. You'll get all of the pro features, an account manager, you'll get priority support, and enterprise level support as well. So definitely a little bit flexible. The good thing about the free trial, I highly recommend trying out using the free trial before signing up for a plan. And also, if you know that you have quite a few subscribers, it might be more cost effective to even just get a quote and see if you can get that down a little bit cheaper as well. So thanks for watching my review on Moosend email marketing software. I hope you found it helpful. If you're still not sure if Moosend is the right email marketing software for you, I encourage you to try the 30-day free trial. There is no credit card required as well for any of that. But Moosend overall is a lot more affordable than some of the other email marketing platforms like Klaviyo, Sendinblue, or MailChimp. And they do have that easy drag and drop feature for that email marketing campaign, and they make it very easy with their analytics as well. So it's definitely a really good affordable solution for a business, especially if you don't have that many subscribers anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below some email marketing platforms that you've worked with that you think are also really good as well. And in order to stay updated with our latest videos, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.